Good morning, and a good morning it is. Happy New Year 2019. Drive Time is back. We have certainly missed all of you. Good morning, Jordan Rowland. Andrea Robinson, good morning. Lisa McGraw. Miss James, good morning to you, Miss James. Dana Kazametsky, good morning. Tracy Miller, good morning. Timmy Wiggins, Jesse James, Lee Jordan, Raj Palmer, good morning to each of you. Daniel Smith, Renee Johnson, good morning. Fondachi, good morning. Happy New Year. Hot Rods in, Miss Mitchell, good morning to you. Jamel Ward, Trevor Youngblood, Austin Johnson, good morning. Adam Manasco, Chef Adam, good morning, sir. Kristen Kennedy, good morning. Doug Obar, Dana Carver, good morning. Tracy Steele, good morning. Randall Mallard, Happy New Year to you, sir. Hope things are well in Jacksonville, Florida. Sherry Weaver, good morning. Matt Hodge, good morning. Heather Godwin's in, good morning to you. Jeff Wilson, good morning. Jesse Rigby, good morning. Happy New Year. We're back, Kenwood.
What's going on, DJ?
Man, glad to be back. I've missed everybody.
I mean, I have. Me too. It's been far too long.
Been a nice break, but I was ready to go again.
It was a nice break, well deserved, needed break, and but glad to be back. And as you can see, we kind of doing things a little differently in 2019. How about that?
I like it. Looks good.
It's I
don't think the folks at home can see what Ashley Morris has created for us in terms of the coverings for the table, but they look great.
They might can. Let's see here. Let's see if we can.
Ashley, very talented. We appreciate her.
Look at
this done for us. There it is. Yeah, looks good.
About that. Of course, Ashley with so-and-so and Ashley and Jerry come out and helped and measured these things and worked it out. And man, don't they look good?
They pop.
And you know what's nice? These tops are thicker than what we're used to.
Yeah.
Because we were used to basically just hardly nothing.
How will they hold up to crumbs?
Well, that we had that conversation actually, and she seemed to think that they would do pretty well. So I said, well, we will find out. As soon as DJ gets in here with about 2 or 3 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts, we'll see how good they hold up with crumbs.
That's going to be one of my New Year's resolutions is to not make quite a mess as I did on the last set.
Well,
I'm going to slow down. I eat too fast. I'm going to take more bites, smaller portions, initially, and see if I can keep my area a little cleaner than I did previously. Good morning, Booker.
Well, I can't blame you. And I mean, and here's the thing too, realizing that we've got, let me just show you this. So this is like, we're under construction, basically. I mean, it have been for a while, but
just a year.
Yeah, like we never realized this was going to last this long.
But unlike the bridge, things are happening here.
Yeah, I mean,
things are actually happening here.
Unlike the bridge, things are happening here. And I say under construction. I mean, we basically just finally getting around to putting stuff where they needed to go. But that's just another camera angle of what we got going on in Studio C. Got some things coming to go behind us here.
Yeah.
This won't always be shiny. Got some things coming that are going to really going to help make this something new and fresh. And I mean, here's the deal. And we talked about this a while ago. 2018 was a great year for the Dirty 30.
Yes, it was.
But it was a great year for Bossman Productions.
Yes, it was.
I had this conversation with last night. In no way did we have any idea that we would be sitting here this time last year. Wasn't it about this time we started about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon? I know it was the middle of January.
Yeah.
And we started about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon talking to about 3 people.
I think that's right.
Over there in your office.
I remember when we hung that banner over there, and we thought that was big time. Had a banner up.
Big forward banner. I remember that. We
big time.
Couldn't lean back too far. You'd tear it off the wall.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, I got to ask, you were telling me a pretty good story about hunting this past weekend and what somebody was asking you about Top 5 Tuesdays.
He was. I know him as
you got to tell that story.
I know him as Walt. He's from Hayneville, Alabama, hunts in Dallas County. We have a lot of mutual friends. He has become a friend of mine over the last several years. Hunted with him quite often, and I can't even tell you Walt's last name. I just know him as Walt. Played football at Troy back in the early 70s. Heck of a good guy. And we were sitting around the campfire Saturday night, and he said, and it's out of the blue. It was not brought up in a previous conversation or anything. Out of the blue, he said, I thought that I was a bad Alabama fan. And he said, I probably am. He said, but you were horrible. And I looked at him. To this point, I've said nothing since I've been over there. And he said, you mean to tell me the whole year and Alabama can't make the top 5? Your top 5? I said, Walt, what are you talking? He said, you know what I'm talking about. So Walt in Hayneville listens in from time to time, at least on Tuesdays.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good story.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, are you ready for top 5 Tuesday tomorrow?
Yeah. Stay ready.
I mean,
we all know, but these are all, for the most part, meaningless exhibition games. Who's playing, who's not playing, who's getting ready for the draft, who's sitting out. I mean, the season's over.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It's nothing else to do now, but to
just exhibition.
Just do what you got to do. So it is what it is. Well, let's talk about 2018 since we hadn't been here to talk about it. And well, first off, did you have a good Christmas?
Had a great Christmas. A lot of quality family time. Got to spend a lot of time fellowshipping and eating and opening presents and all that good stuff. And it was it was a nice time. I trust y'all's was as well, and certainly hope everybody that's watching in had a great one also.
Yeah, we had a great time, and I'll tell you this. We move your cup before DJ knocks it off. Well, he'd have to knock like a long way to do that. But I'll tell you this, we went over and thank the good Lord watched the Molly Ringwalds for New Year's Eve. And, because we had been talking about maybe bringing them in, at some point for the Dash Bash or, what have you, that kind of thing. Well, thank the good Lord that we went over there and watched them, because I'm here to tell you.
They're a no-go?
Oh, they're a parody of what they used to be. I mean, they're just a parody of themselves. Yeah. I mean, it's not even good. So it'd be different if it was good. It's just not even good. So, anyway. Good morning, Sarge. Look at there. I guess Sarge and
glad
Wade
to have them back.
Made it back from across the a couple big ponds, it would seem, wouldn't it?
They were over,
in India.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah. Wade apparently didn't get locked up while there, which was always a good thing. So at any rate, let's talk about 2018. Wrap it up real quick. Obviously, we got kicked off, and the first thing that we kind of did that we had a real good time with, and I don't even know if you remember this or not, was we done some sort of trivia, if you remember.
I do.
It was a trivia game, and we asked some questions, and then that turned into the whole TV theme song thing.
Yeah.
And then, was it Holly that pulled over on the side of the interstate?
Pulled over on 280.
Good Lord.
To finish the competition.
She wanted to get that.
Gamer.
She wanted to make that happen.
She's a gamer.
Yeah. So, of course, after that, and DJ was convinced that there'd be no more. After that, it was the Dash for Cash. And, man, it was on for about 3.5 weeks.
I was thinking about that the other day, about that whole, if it was a phenomenon or not. I know we're set to do it again this year. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. But it's hard to fathom it just taking off like wildfire like it did. That was amazing to me. That was amazing to watch. It was amazing to be a very small part of it. It was fun. It was good, clean fun. Everybody in the area, you saw people everywhere in with families of all ages, of course. That was a cool deal. And I hope it's going to be the same way again this year.
It was a cool deal. And New Year's Eve was still a fun night. I agree with that. Don't get me wrong. I don't disagree. It was fun.
Brent's got a birthday today.
I was going to say Brent Boyd does have a birthday.
You know who else's birthday is today?
Who
and he's in with us right now. Coach Shell.
Well, happy birthday, Coach Shell.
Coach Shell, Coach Boyd.
Coach Shell and Coach Boyd. There you go.
You know, speaking of that, you're talking about 2018. I know we're jumping around a little bit. One thing that is the same from last year, we don't have a script, but we brokered we brokered the Spanish Fort T.R. Miller baseball game. It wasn't really drive time. I think it was the bottom line, but it got brokered through BMP anyway.
Yeah,
we had Coach Madden on the phone and had Brent, and all of a sudden, one thing led to another, and here we go.
You know, and you being the historian that you are of all things being sports, that was a lot of folks up there for that.
That was a great night.
That was
Miller Cruz. That was a great night, great game, two great teams, two great fan bases. As many people as has been the Cruz ever. Fortunately, it went our way that night, but it was, for Brent, for Coach Boyd to, I think he made the decision on Tuesday to bring his team up on Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's first class.
No, it was, and that was a big game.
That was huge.
That
was fun.
It was get to see Booker, facing those guys, and that he's played travel ball with all his life.
Yeah, they all knew him. He knew all of them.
Yeah, he and Hunter both. So let's see. So we had the Dash for Cash, and the Dash for Cash turned into a lot of different things. And then the Dash Bash, obviously, with the Velcro Pygmies come to town, and that was a big time in itself. Weather didn't cooperate during the day, but it did later on that evening, and what a big time that was.
Speaking of top five, possibly number one, but easily one of the top 5 times I've had in Bruton in terms of just having a great time. That was fun.
It was a good time.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a great time, and people had a great time and seemed like they enjoyed themselves. So we're planning another one as we speak. So get ready. And then we thought, okay, we'll take a break for a while. And then we what was it? We set off on the Winter-Car. Speaking of that,
well, we also did Miller and Neal together.
That's right.
As far as the
first
broadcast.
time ever.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Proud to have both those schools and their Friday Night Lights games on the BMP network. And that, there was a hiccup or two along the way. Most of those were my fault, but it was pretty seamless, and I think everybody seemed to enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it went well, very well. So, look at that. Tracy Miller's best birthday ever.
It was.
I tell you what, man. I mean, that was a part. We're talking about that. Book says mention and T.R. Miller baseball makes her sad. Well,
those were some good times.
They were. I remember calling that first game we called.
Yeah,
from up there, top of the
crow's nest.
But the crow's nest. Which, listen, at least we weren't looking through chain link fence that we used to get roped about from T-Bone.
I think we might have been though.
Were we still looking through chain link?
I think we were.
From up there, we were, weren't we?
We actually had 2 sets. We had the set in front of us plus the fencing around the field.
We did. That's right. I forgot about that. Golly.
That was the XL game. Jordan Williams hit a home run. J-Dub.
That's right.
His brother got to watch it because we were able to stream it that night.
That's right.
His brother Alan was down in the Fairhope, Foley, Daphne area. I remember that. That was special. That's when you and I had talked about that memory for that family, and they've had a lot of hardship.
Yes. Would
not have happened that we not had provided that night, and that's when we could kind of tell that it was more than just bringing a sporting event. We were able to create memories, and, of course, that's the way we do it here with the engagement. The more engagement we have, the more fun we have, and that's what I love about this. Getting to say good morning to everybody, have a great day. I think all those things help serve as a catalyst for how we live each day.
You think about it, that same baseball season, you guys went up to Gordo, and that third game had like 20-something hundred comments at the end of it, and you had former Auburn athletic director David Housel in.
He was participating. He was commenting
on the game, and our very own who we all love and adore, Miss Pam Weaver, she about had to get sideways with somebody up there, didn't she?
It was that was an electric atmosphere.
Hey, I loved it,
man. It was awesome.
But I mean, it was all in good.
Oh yeah, it was good
taste. You know, I mean, it was. So that was a great series, and you know, didn't turn out our way. Obviously, we'd wanted it to, but hey, it was good memories anyway. A lot of good memories. But anyhow. And then all of a sudden we turn around and, you know, we've got football season in full swing, and then we're trying to do 2 at once and 3 at once and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden they said, well, the Penguins got a date that open on Halloween. What do we do? Hey, that'd be a good idea. Let's bring them back.
Sounds like a great idea.
That sounds like a great idea.
And it was.
Yeah.
Trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat. Now, I want to say the trunk or treat was a success by anybody's, you know, I didn't know whether it was going to be a success. I would say it was a success. Would you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. So PGP, good morning. You know, so anyhow, a lot of good times over the 2018. A lot of good times coming up this year. Obviously everybody knows we're getting, you know, between now and March, we're getting ready for the Dash for Cash and to get kicked off of that. So, and maybe some other things too. You know, this that remote thing like we did at Tallulah Bells. There's going to be some more of that stuff coming, and more happening with all that.
I think one of my greatest takeaways from all of it is the friendships and relationships that were made through this medium. I mean, I've become friends with people that prior to I didn't know, and they didn't know me necessarily. And I've enjoyed that part of it. I think it's kind of broken down some walls, some barriers that were not intentionally in place, but, you know, just kept us from fellowshipping like we have been able to through drive time and through the different events that we've had. And that has been very rewarding for me. I've become very good friends with a lot of different people that I was not prior to all this going on, and I look forward to that expanding even more in 2019. I think that's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. I can't tell you the number of people that I did not know that I know today.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you walk in places and people walk up to you and say, "Have they found the money yet?"
Yeah.
Or have y'all hit any more money? Or why'd you hide that money so good?
Yeah.
Or where you gonna hide it again?
We know that we talked about the new friendships that have been made and developed, you know, through this, and also reestablishing and reconnecting with old friends. And Ron Kennedy just came in. You know, I've obviously, and we both have been able to reconnect with him in ways over the last couple of years that were not available to us, you know, prior to. So that there are there is some downfall to social media and the role that it can play if you choose to. But when your intent is good and your heart's in the right place, we can certainly have a good time with it as well. I think Drive Time serves as a testament to that.
I think it definitely does. And you know, and that's another thing I want to touch on is that, you know, during all this, I think that we've managed to stay positive with it and keep it positive.
Going to.
And I think that's one thing that is probably is made a big impact on me as anything is that we hadn't had to, you know, go down that, you know, that old, if you know, slippery slope, let's go. Everybody wants to watch a train wreck kind of thing, you know. And obviously we can't mention 2018 without mentioning the Flomaton Hurricanes and their accomplishment and what they did, and of course the swim team at Miller here recently. You know, of course you mentioned with Coach Riggs the other day. Of course, our Coach Eddie B over at Houston Academy becoming the assistant coach of the year.
Yeah,
is that all of just 3A, or is that
that was a 3A assistant coach of the year?
Yeah, okay. So
our Escambia County, our Dirty 30 junior miss, Mary Thompson Lancaster, lives down in Atmore, goes to EA. She leaves this week for the statewide competition. I think they had a little reception for her over the weekend.
Goes to
Montgomery and will compete at the state level, and certainly wish Mary Thompson well as she goes up and represents the Dirty 30 at the I don't think it's Junior Miss anymore, but Distinguished Young Woman.
Yeah,
I
something.
think,
yeah, but I can't keep. I'm like you. That thing changes all the time. So let's hear. Let's hear. You were talking about the relationship stuff. Jessica just made mention one that made me think about, Jennifer Parker. I didn't know Jennifer Parker prior to Drive Time. Jennifer Parker goes somewhere, remembers that Kinsley loves Taylor Swift, and brings back a pile of Taylor Swift stuff to give her.
How about that? That's awesome. Is that not awesome?
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's awesome.
That's just awesome, and that's what that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
So, but look at that. Hey, no, ain't no problem, Manasco. No problem at all. Let's talk about something real quick. Hunting this weekend.
Yep.
I saw some pictures.
Yeah.
That you had posted on Facebook. Looked like a beautiful morning or
beautiful.
Did you? Was the deer scenery as good as the other scenery?
I had good hunts each time out. Great hunts each time out.
Just didn't pull the trigger.
No, I did. I pulled the trigger the morning of those pictures. Bloodied one up and couldn't find him. I'm known not to be a great shot, and I'm not. I lived up to it this weekend. But
pretty good one?
Yeah, he was a good one. I was I'll show you a picture of the one that I didn't shoot, and this one was
I kept thinking
better than
when I saw those pictures, I said, well, he might be fixing to sit up in here and run some video or something and video some of this. And
I was going to. The buck I shot at, the big buck, he was running a doe. And you know how it happens. It just happens quick. You don't even have a chance. I never get a picture or anything, but I did get a couple of pictures. The sun was coming up. I was sitting on a CRP field, and it was awesome. I mean, you could see for hundreds and hundreds of yards. I love the morning hunts anyway. I'm a morning person, but it was nice. Had a little shake up on the afternoon hunt, and of course it had to do with darkness. And
I was about to say it looked like on a few of those pictures that you were showing that it might have been getting a little dark.
Well, it was before the sun had come up with the pictures that I showed.
Okay,
and
because that's right. Well, you were.
Well, I was riding with Coach Dickey.
Okay,
and he said, "How far down do you want me to go to let you out?" And this is at 5:45, so it's still dark. And I said, "Is that a trick question?" I said, "You go to the stand." Go to the stand. He said, "You want me to drive through there?" I said, "Absolutely, drive through there." So he drove. I got out of the golf cart and stepped on the ladder, and I was up. I said, "You wait and let me get situated, then you can get on out of here." And of course we hunted till 10 o'clock or so, 10:30 maybe, long sit, which I like that. I'm good with it. And he came back that afternoon. We went hunting again in a different area, and the road forked. And he said, "Your stand's down there, my stand's down here." And I said, "Well, what are we going to do?"
And
so you're going to walk back, get the four-wheeler, and come back and get me, right? Or do you not want to walk? I said, "Nope, not walking out."
Yeah.
So he drove in there and got me, and we left.
Yeah. So so things still working like they always have as far as that hunting goes.
Yeah.
You're going to get picked up at the stand and dropped off at the stand.
Or I don't have to hunt. I'm good staying at the camp. I'm not going to be I will not allow myself to be a problem. But if it works out where I can get dropped off and picked up, I would like to hunt, but I don't have to.
So let's talk about this. UCF gonna get it done.
I thought it was first class. I was not surprised by this, but for the athletic director of UCF to reach out to Dabo and Nick and wish them good luck in the exhibition tonight, I thought spoke highly of him. He'd been there, and of course. I think, once again, because of this voting stuff and how you pick the most popular teams to play, how come Ohio State's not the champions?
Yeah.
I mean, how come they didn't get in? I'm not so sure they don't have the best player in America.
Yeah. Well, something's got to happen as far as that goes. I mean, that's for sure. I guess where I was going with this is I just don't understand why people – want to give you such static about not giving love for the Bammers.
It's not. It's what do you do? The SEC. Everybody knows the SEC was down this year. Yeah. It was a weak conference.
Yeah.
And to say that you're the best of a weak conference, that's one thing. But how good are you? I'm not sure that it hadn't been a down year in college football across the board, to be honest with you. But I'm willing to watch the game tonight with a open heart and open mind and see what happens.
Let it fall where it falls.
Yeah. I think Clemson's the better team. I don't know they're going to perform better tonight, but I think they're certainly the better team.
So you're definitely going with Clemson tonight on a straight up pick 'em.
Yeah. Straight up.
There you go. You heard it right here. If it happens, it's going to happen when?
If it happens.
Tonight. It's going to happen. What time's kids? 7?
I don't know. I got a bunch of yard work to do first thing, and if I can get that done, I'll go settle in and watch what's left of it.
Well, I've been meaning to ask you, like, out there around that fire that you do you not have the ability to kick back and see a TV and watch football from?
I do.
You do? Okay.
But when I choose to go out there, I'm choosing to get away from it.
Yeah. Well, right. Well, I guess that's where I was going. The second sandbar type thing. So you some of those types of things you basically going to take a break from.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, so let's talk about this. We got to do, like, there's some things we got to take care of this starting out this month.
Yeah.
Number one being, we got to get that guy back on the phone with that bridge and find out what they going to do about that bridge that's been sitting out there now for months and months and months and months. And let's see what Ashley said. I saw an ad for a Bama cruise to Mexico. Bama players and legends on board. I may sponsor.
Actually, that's called recruiting. That's called an official visit, an official recruiting visit is what that's called. Shame on you for calling it an ad.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see. I got to remember what all these buttons. I can't remember what all they like. I got to what all I've put on them. So I got to remember what all I've put on them. But anyway, it don't matter. We got that figured out. So that'll come with. This is all some newfangled technology, so it'll come with time. 400 of Tua's family will be there. Business decision.
Daddy. We go to Alabaster. Fam, we can move anywhere in the world we want to move. We want to go to Alabaster, Daddy.
Alabama.
I mean, granted, the Tua family's been on these islands for 200 years. We're leaving. We're going to the mainland.
We got all this family history and all this stuff, and we're not going to do it.
We're going to Alabaster.
Yeah, y'all get ready. Get ready. I'll tell you another thing too, that we going to venture out into Baldwin County this year.
Yeah.
Of course, we got the Daphne and Spanish Fort baseball game coming up that we're going to go down and do. That's going to be on a Thursday night, I think. Going to be some other things we're going to get in the middle of down in Baldwin County this year that they can might shock a few people.
I'm going to throw this out there for brainstorming purposes and see if there's anything that we can do. There's a date in March. I think it's in March, and I'll have to get it, where Alabama University goes to South to play baseball. And, of course, we're going to have Andrew Williamson, JoJo Booker, and Hunter Britton there. Even if we had to do something outside the stadium, I wonder if we could go down there the first night of that 3-game series and do like a little tailgate special or something from the parking lot. There's going to be a lot of people from our area going down to watch those games. I think it'll be, especially if JoJo were to draw a starting assignment in one of the games pitching.
Are you telling me that we can't just go down there and set cameras up?
We can
and broadcast that thing.
I guess that's what I'm. Does
Ron Ingram have anything to do with that deal?
No. This is D1. This is outside his jurisdiction.
Who would we need to call on that deal?
I don't know, but we need to look at that.
Now, I will tell you this.
That's going to be something to celebrate.
Big Skinny, I wasn't able to get up with him into the week, but Big Skinny will be. We will have our press credentials here, and I'm not joking. Like this month.
What do we have to do to get in on SEC Media Days?
Well, that's why I got to get your press credentials and then get signed up for it. You've already got a place to stay down there.
Yeah.
So you don't have, lodging is already taken care of. So all we got to do is get you on the premises.
It's going to be
which is the Sandestin. Is it?
I'm not sure. I think so.
The Sandestin Resort or something. We know anybody there that we could maybe get us in the
I don't know, but that's going to be something to see.
Slip you in the back room.
All right.
Sirhan.
All right. I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him.
I just can't wait to see what happens when are you going to ask him if he's?
I'm going to bait him up. I am. I mean, I don't mind sharing that here. I'm going to bait him up, and I'm going to say something to the effect of, Coach, with the changing of the game, the changing of the personalities of the young people, hindsight being 2020, what would you do different to handle the situation better in terms of the way you didn't communicate to Jalen Hurts what his role in this team was going to be? And I know he's going to take it. I know he's going to blow up on me, and he's going to, all right, and then I'm going to come right back at him and say, no, coach, I have a job to do. Like everybody else here, you're not going to belittle us anymore. I'm going to stand up for the press. That's an amendment, I think. Isn't it right?
I think it's called the First Amendment.
I'm going to get him. I'm going to throw about 3 ites at him and see what he thinks about that.
Something to do with the freedom of something. Press, I think, maybe.
Booker's telling me now March 1st is when Alabama U goes to South. And if we could get out there and do a tailgate special or something, I think that's going to be something to celebrate. 3 local guys in the big game.
Yeah, well, I mean, we need to do it. Well,
we need to do that.
Yeah. What day did she say it was on?
March 1st is when the series starts. I'm assuming they play the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
I'm just curious as to what those live streaming rules would be down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
May not be anything. I mean, it may not be that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So, look at there. Amanda Henry says, go Clemson. Beat Bama. You pulling for Dabo tonight, or you pulling for who are you pulling for?
Really, neither. I'm just going to watch the game.
You're just going to take it all in.
Yep.
I want people to see what we're sitting behind right here, DJ. Like this is what all we got going on now. Like we didn't have any lighting before.
Yeah.
Like now, I think we're in pretty good shape as far as lighting goes. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I love the way you have it configured for 2019. This looks good.
Yeah, I think it's more to come. I think it's a lot better too.
We can entertain more guests, and we're going to have it set up in the very near future where you're welcome to come by and sit in with us live. You don't necessarily have to come on, although you'd be welcome to come up here. But we're going to have coffee, going to have pastries, and would love to start the day off with whoever wants to come up here.
We're going to have pastries while they last.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I tell you what we need to do. What we're going to have to do is on like different days of the week, we'll have to describe what we have and how many we have, the quantity.
Yeah.
And let you know that somewhere around 8 a.m.-ish, whether you get yours is going to be completely left up to you because DJ is going to get his.
I'll tell you one thing that did take me aback. And I put up, we had run a poll and took the input, and we put up, the 2018 kind of year in review, the highlights, the lowlights, however you want to look at it, however you want to say it. And the play of the year for 2018 was the kick six, and it was met with a lot of anger by some people. Did you not think it was the most exciting play of the year? Whether you're an Alb or a Bammer, did you think it was the most exciting play of the year?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no question.
There's just I don't remember anything even being as close to that exciting.
I mean, that was just it was a heck of a play, a once in a lifetime.
And what about the week before with Ricardo with Ricardo Lewis?
Yeah,
catching the ball bounced off of 2 defenders in his hand.
It just doesn't happen.
I mean, there's got to be something to say for that, doesn't it? So Dana Kazametsky. Good morning, Dana. Thank you. We're working on this is a what do you call it? A work under construction or whatever you want to call it. We are working to make sure that we are can bring you different things and different ways of looking at all this, and That's kind of what we're doing.
We have to ask this question. I have to talk about this just for a moment. Have you seen the ticket prices for the game tonight?
I have not. What?
They can't give them away. Seriously, they can't give them away.
Hey, well, listen. You know, they couldn't. They couldn't do that with. They couldn't give the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Those tickets were $75 a ticket on StubHub.
This is historical lows. You know, when they made these exhibition games, these postseason exhibition games meaningless, the crowd has responded. The viewers have responded. The sponsors are gonna respond as well. Excuse me, the sponsors will respond as well. They can't give these tickets away. Nobody's going to be there. You watch the camera angles tonight. And if I get through working the yard, I'm going to watch it as well. The camera angles will not show the upper bowl of the stadium. They will show us the first 5 rows to lead you to believe it's a packed house. And that's not the case.
Sargi says because the flight and rooms are over $2K.
Nope.
Jake Hodge says Groove after the game tonight.
Why not?
DJ?
Sure.
Is Josh opening up the fishbowl for the game tonight or not?
I don't know that he has, and I certainly don't want to misspeak.
No, typically I don't think Dave is open on Mondays. So
typically, but he may. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. Listen, $2,000's never bothered Bammers before, from loading up and going to Phoenix or going to. They've been to the Rose Bowl. I mean, they. I don't see where that's that big of an issue. Do you?
No, it's just money.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's it. Rob Anderson, too far for Bammers to pull trailers. Well, yeah, actually, that's right. More lighting means more makeup. DJ, you got to get here a little earlier. We get the powder.
A little more bass.
Yeah, a little more bass going and that kind of thing. So, any good stories? Anything we need to talk about? Anything going on that we needed to talk about, haven't talked about? Or
we did hit on it. We're giving away the card this week. Probably Thursday, most likely Thursday. There is a winner. We have not contacted the winner. We're trying to do this and make a somewhat big to do about it Thursday afternoon with a special edition of Drive Time. Hand the winner his or her keys, and they can. Everybody will see the vehicle that was won completely free of charge by playing and participating in the Pick'em game throughout the football season. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I am too, and that should be a lot of fun to get going and get that finished up, and hopefully, get something else going after that. And
we're going to get something. You
yeah,
know that.
I'm sure that'll happen. I still want one of the big boards in here that we can put up where we could do like I've told you several ideas that I had, but wouldn't it be cool to do like Dirty 30 Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
Where you spin the big wheel and then, okay, well, this is what you got. And then first person to drop a letter in there,
yeah. There you go. Yeah.
But that's going to take some figuring because you see, I've been trying to get this finished now for, I don't know, since we went off around Christmas, and you see how far we've gotten, which is not very far. It's come a ways.
It's come a long ways.
Yeah.
We still have our sign that everybody has signed that has visited us.
It's still going to be here.
It's still going to be here.
And as a matter of fact, the new thing we're going to change on that is now that we got it where it's at, people are still going to sign it, and you're going to stand in front of it and take pictures in front of it now. So that'll work out good. And like I said, we're going to have do some different things, but it's coming along. It's slowly but surely, it is coming along. So anything. We also working on some other things too that would be good for some people. So we'll get to that, and I guess people calling me. I'll call you back in a little bit, but anyway, there you go. Rusty can make us a wheel. Pigs playing Opelika Friday night. Opelika, Alabama.
I did see where they're going to be in Destin, I think, January 18th. And I've started looking at my schedule to see if I can make that happen.
At Tailfins?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, tell me this, DJ. Anything else we need to talk about before getting out of here this morning? And new set, day one, new year, day one in the books. Hopefully get more sound effects loaded up in this thing and get everything going like it's supposed to. The phone works already. We've already tried it, checked it. It works great. Interviews be fun, a lot more fun, and we got some coming up for you this year for sure.
Just glad to be back with everybody. Had a great year in 2018. 2019 is going to be even better. More things on tap. Looking forward to going through that with everybody and having all the good experiences that we're going to have. And 2019 is going to be a fun ride.
You know, one thing I saw that I forgot to mention, I saw Larry Murphy mention it a while ago, and I forgot to mention it. The Monroe Burger was born in 2018.
The hamburger capital of the state.
The Monroe Burger, yeah. I forgot about that until he put that in there. But that makes well,
he's absolutely welcome.
John Robert was just calling me about his office. So, hold on. I'm supposed to call John Robert back, put him on the phone. How about that? You think John Robert's supposed to get mad at me?
No.
He'd get over it, won't
he? Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I didn't realize John Robert was calling, wanting to talk live on the phone. If I had we'd have.
Hey, man.
It's all right. Now you live on drive time before we start talking like we normally would here. So
I got you. We're listening to y'all because when I called DJ and didn't get him, and then I said, well, let me call Ken. I figured DJ was hunting because he put some pictures on Facebook, and I figured he was hunting today.
No, he ain't hunting. He's sitting here doing what we're doing. But when I saw you call, I was like, well, he may want to talk, something other than anything needs to be talked about on the air. So, but then I saw that from Sarah Ann, so I said, well, maybe I need to call John Robert back.
Yeah, I got a public service announcement, Ken, that I need to get out to folks. My construction in my office is starting on Wednesday, and it's going to go to Monday, the 14th. So the 9th through the 14th, it will be closed to the public due to construction.
9th through the 14th.
That's right.
The clerk's office will be closed due to construction. Now, does that mean that you just getting a vacation, or what does that mean exactly for you?
No, I will be there. We will have a skeleton crew there, but they are gutting my office, so I am not going to have too many employees because they're going to be going in there removing. I mean, they're absolutely going to remove all the desks and start fixing the ceiling and everything like that.
Now, listen.
Bringing in the marble, the sauna.
Yeah, I was about to say, how long, and inquiring minds would like to know, how long has it been since any of this has taken place?
It has been 3 years. 3 years. December the 17th was 3 years.
3 years since they've done any upgrade work to your office.
Correct.
So now you're getting a little bit more upgrade.
I'm getting an upgrade. Absolutely.
Well, hey, listen, man.
Absolutely.
If anybody deserved one, it was you. I mean, I can't think of
I appreciate it.
Nobody else that would,
Appreciate that.
Well, all right. So the public service announcement, you heard it right here. John Robert Fountain, clerk's office will be closed 9th through the 14th.
Right.
Making it happen, doing some construction work. If you do have matters for the clerk's office, they will be there in a skeleton crew capacity.
That's right.
That means you'll have to just walk all over the courthouse and try to find John Robert, which shouldn't be too hard because just ask the first person you stop and they can tell you. He's probably hiding in the closet or bathroom somewhere down there.
So better yet, if you need him, just go to his house, but wait till after 10 p.m.
Yeah.
10 p.m.
Yeah. And
y'all
look,
don't have to put that on there now, Ken, but I know you already have.
And the harder you beat on the door, the better. He likes it. He likes it. Matter of fact, if you've got a late model dirt track car, the best thing to do would be to put it on a trailer, pull up in the front yard, in the driveway, crank that car up, and just rev it up 4 or 5 times, 8 or 10 times, and you'll get to meet the real John Robert.
Do you know I do warrants in my office, right?
Wait, you're breaking up, John Roger. Yeah, we're getting a bad connection. Not sure what's going on. Back and didn't catch that last part. But anyway, John Roberts found in with us. Glad to have him in. And his office will be closed for construction the 9th through the 14th.
John Robert,
right.
you need to come in and sit down with us
I do. I would
at some
love
point
to do that
and
with you guys.
let's sit down and talk, because I don't think people really understand just what kind of great clerk we have for this county, number one. Number two, you can reaffirm them while they probably nobody ran against you again.
Well, I appreciate that. I'd love to come sit down and go over, reminisce on some old times and tell the folks what I actually do in my office.
I was about to say, the best part about you coming on here is you could actually tell us all what you really do for a living.
That's right.
Because
I'd love to.
Some of us would probably like to know that, and I'm not, I know what you do, but a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir. Yes,
anyway,
sir.
hey, we appreciate John Rowe. 9th through the 14th, construction and circuit clerk's office, and make sure you stay clear there. If you need anything from them, there'll be a skeleton crew. Find them at the courthouse.
That's right. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, DJ.
See you, John.
All right.
See you, man.
Bye.
Well,
I see Coach Tiepo's in with us. He killed his first buck of his life this year.
did it?
That was exciting for him, yeah. Congratulations, Coach. Glad you got it done.
Coach. Yeah, that's big. I'll tell you what, man. That's John Robert, circuit clerk. Got a little construction going on down there.
Good man.
He is a good man. But like they say, behind every good man is a good woman.
He's got one of those.
He's got one of those. And don't mind telling you real quick, like, that she runs the roost. Does she run it or does he run it?
She runs it.
I'll tell you what, today he was out there shaking that expedition as hard as he was shaking it. That was pretty rough, right? I mean, I say rough. That's probably, I shouldn't say that. But anyway, it's been a big time here today, DJ. And ain't but one way to end a great Monday. First Monday back, Manic Monday, with a lot of stuff to come, and we'll let you take it out.
It's been a great morning. Appreciate everybody being back in here with us. We are certainly glad to be back with you. Hope you all go and have a great day today. I want to thank Jim Peach Motors and Pete Chevrolet for making it all possible. If you have some time to waste tomorrow, get back in here with us, and we'll do it all over again. Enjoy the game tonight. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all.